Oh girl, I gotta get comfortable for this vlog. Hey everybody, what's good? Welcome back. It's your girl Kayla Lashae, and today I have a pretty interesting video. I really did not want to make this video because I was feeling not cute. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I'm gonna be vulnerable in today's vlog. For those of you guys that keep up with my YouTube, you guys know that I've been bulking for about 13 months. I've gotten some great progress during this time. I've gained 20 plus pounds. You know, I've gotten thick, and I love that for me. The main goal here was to grow some muscle and get a nice booty, you know what I'm saying, which I feel like I'm definitely there from where I really started at the beginning of those 13 months. So I've noticed recently that I started to gain a lot of excess fat in the process, which is fine. I knew that was gonna come, but I didn't know how it was gonna make me feel, and I was honestly feeling extremely uncomfortable. It was not cute. So I noticed that I just felt uncomfortable when I started reaching for extremely baggy clothes for the gym, and like, instead of wearing just a sports bra and like some tight leggings, I would opt for a really big men's sweater and like an oversized t-shirt and have like a pump cover, because I just was not comfortable in showing off my belly, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, it was a mess. Like, I would like wear a pump cover and then tuck it in the back to show the butt but hide the gut. Like, it was just not it for me. So anyway, last month in June, I decided that it was probably time for me to slow things down with my bulk and embark on a fat loss journey, kind of like a mini cut, I guess you could say, but introduce things that I wasn't really doing previously. So I have some fat burners here that I've been taking during this time. The only reason why I have 3 different ones is because they all do different things low-key, and I would take them at different times of the day, just depending on what I was doing. Also, I started to change up my routine, which I'll get into in this video, but mostly I wanted to just talk about why I decided to go on a fat loss journey, why I'm still on a fat loss journey, and like before and after photos, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. And I will say, disclaimer, I feel like we are by far our biggest critics. We are in the bodies that we are, and no one really knows how we feel, how we look day to day, and like our mental health. So I'm not saying, oh my gosh, I was so fat. Like, no, I'm just saying I was really uncomfortable in my skin, and I just didn't like how my body was starting to look on my bulk, and I felt like I needed to slow things down. Keep in mind, I was eating around 3,000 to 3,500 calories every single day, just depending on how heavy my workouts were, because I was actively trying to gain weight. I started my journey out extremely skinny, and I just wasn't comfortable in that body. But I will say I am the most comfortable I've ever been with like 20 plus pounds on me, and I've done this over a very slow period, so it has been very slow and controlled. It wasn't like, oh, in 3 months I just put on a bunch of weight. Like, it's very healthy weight. There's a lot of muscle mass on me, and I really wanted to start a fat loss journey so I could shed a little bit of that fluff and see a little bit more of the definition and the muscle that I have built. So let me show you guys a picture of where I started in June. I'll put it up here. I'm very uncomfortable with this photo because it just was not it. And around that time I was just like, wow, I feel so uncomfortable. Like, what's going on? Like, I need to switch things up. So now here's a photo that I took this morning. I haven't eaten anything obviously before this, and I was like, let me just put on a bathing suit and see what's going on. And in my head I'm like, oh my god, I feel so different, because I remember last month I went to Virginia Beach and I felt similar. Like, I felt uncomfortable in a bathing suit. Like, my lower belly, like, it just was not, it wasn't flattering for me personally in like a bikini. So I was wearing a lot of cover-ups and stuff like in the water. Like, I was wearing a mini cover-up skirt because I just didn't like it. Like, that's where my mind was at then. So that's when I knew I was uncomfortable. But fast forward a month later, and I've been doing all these things differently, introducing a fat burner into my routine, and things have been amazing. Let me just show you guys which fat burners I've been incorporating within my routine. I really only started taking these consistently last month, simply because I was on a bulking journey and I just didn't feel like a fat burner would kind of correlate with my goals of gaining weight and getting as thick as I could. Keep in mind, I was doing a dirty bulk towards like the last 4 months. I'm talking Chick-fil-A 4 times a week with Chipotle in the mix, and just eating a whole bunch of high calorie unhealthy foods. So that's probably where I went wrong, and I'm trying to like reverse that. Everybody's fitness journey is so different. I just wanted to be so honest with you guys. That was not the way to go for me and my goals. So anyway, I was taking EHP Labs oxyshred. I love the Kiss My Peach flavor. This one is really good because there's no caffeine in this one. So if you are someone that is caffeine sensitive, I would totally recommend this. I like this because I have a lot of caffeine in my diet naturally. I love coffees and lattes and matchas. So I already had a lot of caffeine on some days versus others. So for those days I would go for a caffeine-free fat burner, and on other days when I wanted the caffeine boost to use as a pre-workout, then I would go for the regular oxyshred. This one is the lychee daiquiri. They have so many different flavors. This one's really good. I think this one might have been limited edition, I'm not sure, but I'll link them for you guys down below. This one is really good for those of you that need a little bit of caffeine in your day. Like I said, I was using this as a pre-workout before the gym because I was getting the benefits of the energy with also the benefits of being a fat burner. And let me tell you guys, this stuff makes me sweat. I never sweat in the gym, so I thought. And I thought this was because maybe I was on creatine and it was pulling all of my water into my muscles, which I'm still on creatine. But when I take this before the gym, I just sweat. And I'm talking like dripping wet, which I have no problems with. I'm in the gym to sweat, but I always thought that was so weird how I just never really was a sweaty person in the gym, no matter how heavy I was lifting. But this makes your girl sweat. So I think it's because it heats up your body temperature and it allows your body to burn more calories that way. It wasn't like an uncomfortable feeling, and it doesn't make me feel itchy or like anxious like some pre-workouts do. It's nothing like that. It just made me feel a little bit hot. And I will say I've had taken like other brands way before my bulking journey, like when I didn't really know much about fitness, let me just be real, and I would take a fat burner and it gave me heartburn. I was like, my heart is literally burning. Like it felt like uncomfortable. Like I didn't like that, but this doesn't do that for me. So I wanted to point out how, like, first of all, delicious the flavors are and how easy it is to incorporate within your routine by mixing it with water, but it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. And then my favorite, y'all see this everywhere on my Instagram. I've switched from the powders recently. I guess I'm in phases, but this is the oxyshred Ultra Energy, and it's just their canned version of the oxyshred. So for me, it's really just the convenience of not having to have a shaker bottle and then mixing it up with the powder and then having to wash a shaker bottle after the gym. I don't like doing dishes, y'all. So for the convenience of just grabbing this out of the fridge and cracking it open, like, it's really just the little things that made me so excited. So this is what I use before my workout. I'll probably drink it like 20 minutes before, hang out in the car, and then it's really hitting. But it's a very gentle caffeine boost. I don't know, like, it's just very clean. Again, it doesn't make me feel itchy or anxious or anything. I just have like this tunnel focus when I'm in the gym, and these are lightly carbonated, whereas these are just like powders. So I think that's why I like these, because they're like, I don't know, like a soda. This one tastes like fruit punch, and it's the Bahama Breeze. I do love the Cali Cola. That tastes like Coca-Cola to me. I also really like the Pina Colada and the Peach Candy Rings because it tastes like the Kiss My Peach, but carbonated. And then the Cotton Candy one is so good. It tastes like cream soda to me. So those would be like my favorite recommendations for flavor-wise. But also I love these because there's no calories and no sugar. I try to watch my sugar intake on a fat loss journey because sugar is not good for you. It also flares up acne for me. So automatically I really try to track and watch my sugar intake every single day when I track my food on MyFitnessPal. So there's just so many great benefits to this, and there's also vitamins in here, which low-key I feel like are helping my skin. Like, my skin has just been so good. There's like B vitamins and vitamin C. So I really like everything about it. It tastes really good. I do prefer this as the pre-workout versus the regular oxyshred. And then also too, if you're not going to the gym, like on days for me, like rest days, off days, I will just take my oxyshred and mix it with water and drink it first thing in the morning before eating anything, like on an empty stomach, and then wait a little bit for it to kind of do its thing, and then go ahead and eat my first meal. So those are just some ways that you can use these fat burners and how I've used them over this time. But I'm just super consistent with it, and I'm so happy that I have been, because I already see such a huge difference in the way that I feel, and honestly the way that I look. I feel like my muscles are honestly way more defined, and there's not so much like fluff. Like I was feeling squishy before. I don't know if you ever know that feeling, but I was feeling really fluffy and really squishy, and I felt like all the hard work I was doing with my lifts weren't really showing as much. But now I feel like my quads and even my hamstrings are popping even more, and I feel like my glutes even look better. Like I don't know what it is. Well, I know what it is. It's the fat burner, but it just made the biggest difference with that little tweak that I was doing to my routine. Also, I want to say that during this time, I've incorporated cardio back into my lifestyle because I wanted to kind of lean out a little bit and kind of burn some of that fat that I had put on during the start and not the start, but during my bulk in general. And I honestly was kind of afraid of cardio because all I ever did before my bulk was cardio, and I looked like all I ever did was cardio, and I just wasn't comfortable being that skinny. So I didn't want to get comfortable with doing cardio all the time, and I love doing cardio. So I just decided that it wasn't gonna make me look super skinny because I've built so much muscle. Why am I going to be afraid of doing cardio again? Don't have to do a crazy amount that I was doing previously, but just a little bit. So I started to do 1 cardio day in my split a week, and then if I feel like it on my upper body days, I would add some cardio towards the end of my workout. Always at the end, because you want to have most of your energy reserved for your heavy lifts. So once I did that and I started to take the fat burner, I started focusing more on moving my body, going on longer walks with my dog outside. Things started to pick up for me, and I started to actually see changes in my body in such a good way. I started to feel more comfortable in my skin. I started to wear less baggy clothes to the gym because I was starting to see my abs popping back out, and my stomach wasn't looking so, I don't know, like bulgy at the bottom. Like the lower belly literally was my problemed area. It wasn't looking so bad to me. Again, this is all my own personal experience. And again, I just wanted to be honest with how I was feeling during this time and why I decided to do this. Any negatives that I've experienced? I wouldn't count sweating as a negative. Like, I'm trying to sweat, you guys. Like, that's why I work out almost 5 times a week. Oh, it makes me poop. Is that TMI? I don't know, but after I have my oxyshred, if it's the energy drink or the powder form, I noticed that it would make me have to go to the bathroom within about 30 minutes of time, which is fine. I just noticed that was something that it did for me, but is that really a negative? I don't know. It's normal to do that, right? So that would be the only thing. And it wasn't like a weird poop. It was like normal poop, but like it would just make me have to go to the bathroom. I also took some notes too, because during this time I've noticed different things. I said makes me poop, LOL. Oh, and also too, when it comes to my diet, because diet is extremely important. You can't just take a fat burner and continue to eat like crap. Like, I can't just take this and continue to go to Chick-fil-A 4 times a week and expect to see results. So I definitely tweaked my diet, and I actually lowered my calories. Instead of trying to gain a pound a week with my bulk, I decided to reduce it to half a pound. So that really cut my calories in half, and on top of that, I'm working out and burning excess calories. So that in combination really played a role in the results that I got. You have to make changes to your diet. Even if you're just working out, you take a fat burner, I think the foods that you eat really play a role in the type of gains that you're going to make. It's like eating healthy foods, 1,000 calories worth of micronutrients, high protein diet, clean carbs, or you're gonna go for a diet that is 1,000 calories of like fast food, processed foods, high sugary foods, Starbucks coffees every day with a lot of whipped cream. You know, you really just have to tweak and pay attention to the types of foods that you've been eating, and that leads me to tell you that I've been eating salads. What? I don't really be eating vegetables, but something about like this time period has got me craving micronutrients and big salads, and I love them. I really miss vegetables. Like on my bulk, I was not eating vegetables because vegetables make me full so fast when I need to be eating higher calorie foods like high protein diet and, you know, rice and potatoes, stuff like that, oatmeal. I was not focused on eating vegetables, but during this time I really paid attention to my greens powders and veggies, salads, fruits, all that kind of stuff. So definitely tweaking the foods that you're eating will help you get results quicker. And with that being said, fat burners can increase your metabolism, but also they can make you less hungry. For me, I didn't feel like I was any less hungry. Like, I was still like waking up, ooh, I want chicken wings. Sometimes I eat chicken wings for breakfast, guys. And also the coolest part is fat burners promote fat cells being used as energy. So whenever I'm in the gym, I just feel really good about that, just knowing that I'm burning more fat because I've incorporated these into my supplement routine. So it just depends on your own body goals and if you feel like a fat burner would get you to where you want to be, alongside doing other things in your routine like tweaking your diet and moving your body, going to the gym, drinking plenty of water to flush out all the toxins. You really have to do a little bit of everything if you want to get the results that you're seeking. So my experience has been A1, like since day one. I would say I started to notice difference super fast within a month period since June. Now we're in July, and I think my photos and the way that I felt today putting on a bikini again like really made me feel good about what I'm doing. And I will continue taking my oxyshred, so I'm gonna link you guys to EHP Labs so you guys can read about it and see if it's something that you want to do. And if you want to pick any of these up and try my recommendations for the flavors and the products, definitely use my code K10 at checkout so you guys can save. But I definitely think that these have worked for me and my goals personally. I think after this mini cut, I might start bulking again, but just doing a lean bulk and not eating out so much, because that's where I really messed up, man. The unhealthy, fatty, like high fat, oily foods, not it for fat loss journey. You really got to do healthy fats like avocado and coconut oil, nuts, and I love sunflower seeds. I've been eating a lot of those. Flax seeds, hemp seeds, all that kind of stuff. The healthy fats are fine. It's just the fatty fats ain't it, honey. It was not it for me. So yeah, that's just been my journey so far. I hope that this video was insightful or helpful, or helped you kind of understand a little bit more about fat burners and how they work. I can only really speak on this one because this is the one that I've been taking consistently and the one that I've gotten actual results from. I wouldn't say all fat burners are the same, and I will point out that this one is the #1 thermogenic fat burner, which gave me a lot of hope in using this because it was trusted and tested and people got real results. So I didn't feel like it was some new product that, I don't know, like it's just been around. So I felt really good about taking that every single day, and again, not having any like symptoms or like weird side effects or feeling like my heart was like feeling weird or my chest was gonna jump out of my body. Like, no, I didn't feel any of that. All in all, would I recommend? Absolutely. Absolutely, if it fits your goals. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If this video was helpful, thumbs up, subscribe for more fit girl content on my YouTube channel, and I will see you dolls in my next one very soon.